Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you very much for being here. I wasn't sure I was going to be here. I started uploading the monthly tarot readings for each sign, I think it was the 30th of April. And then today I was helping someone move, a family member move, with masks and gloves and so forth. It's the first real thing I've done in about 6-7 weeks. But it was good, and I thought, well, that'll take care of any uploads. But I'm going to upload this, and today's will be the monthly guidance and tarot energies for the sign of Libra. So I just want to say, Libra, I'm a Libra as well. So I kind of have this definite affinity with you. In fact, I have 4 planets in Libra, and so if you understand, like I know you do, this month, the thing I will mention is that we will have, by the end of the month, 4 of the major planets going into retrograde. So the real theme of that, without getting too involved, is that there will be kind of a standstill as well. You know, we've been going through that, so it's not going to be a shock to our systems. We're not going to have a speedy, let's get out there and make it all happen again. So realistically, I think we've known that. And then I believe with everything in my heart that when we have retrogrades, it allows us the time to review and recheck, reevaluate, restructure, relax, retreat, all the re's, which are super important to do when you want to make sure as you are moving forward, everything is much more stable and, just more, I want to say just more grounded. And my gosh, we've got the sun in Taurus, so that's the earth quality. That certainly keeps us grounded. We have a full moon happening on the 7th in Scorpio. So for us Libras, that means that we're going to have, it'll be in our 2nd house of finances. And that's going to shine a huge light on our finances, on our businesses, on our investments. And I think it's going to be for the better. We're going to be really focusing in on how we're going to handle our money and possibly investments for the future, and looking into the programs they have. I'm spending so much time right now in the last week or so on the phone because we do have to actually make it happen. But it's an absolute positive for us, Libra, to have Scorpio, the transformational sign ruled by Saturn, who's also going retrograde, to guide us and to bring us that structure and, yes, restriction, but to our betterment. Being very careful how we spend our money, but also knowing that it's in the 8th house, which has to do with inheritance and with other people's money. This is fabulous for us. So I'm feeling good about that, and I hope that you understand and will as well, and you'll see that to be the case for you as the month goes on. So we'll keep an stiffer upper lip, and we'll always keep positive. And I'm certainly wanting to bring you upliftment with this channel because it definitely helps how we heal, how we proceed in our lives. And I'm going to do a 4-card spread for the month under 2 major categories for you. The first will be under the overall energy for the month. So I haven't gotten any shooters. What does Spirit have to say for all of the beautiful Libras and the messages within? Okay, this is a repeat. We're getting repeats. Interesting, but makes a lot of sense. We have the card, the Emperor, a major arcana. This represents the sign of Aries. That's our exact opposite, polar opposite, but it's also kind of really great in a lot of ways because it brings out in us the qualities that we may not have. We do that as well with Aries. So it's really, in its own way, a very complementary aspect for us. And besides, it's a fire sign. So, fire represents, it's a good compatibility for air. Air and fire just, they kind of make things going. They see action. Aries and Libra are both cardinal. We're doers. We're motivators. Aries is a leadership, symbolism for this emperor, somebody in charge, someone of authority, somebody who's going to give you directions and guide you in a very proper way, on the best way, I should say, to handle perhaps the finances I was speaking of. It could be any kind of a government organization. Leadership comes to mind, like I said. Definitely power within ourselves. You may have fire in your chart. I do. So that's a beautiful, positive. This is a sign that's going to lead us and show us the proper way to move forward. And I love seeing that. That automatically lifts my spirits. And like I said, that'll be the overall energies. This is a general reading for the sun, moon, and rising. You can definitely watch your moon and rising signs as well, because they tend to resonate more sometimes. They have with me. And so the next category is going to be under the category of possible blessings or obstacles. You know, sometimes an obstacle can become a blessing, is what I like to believe and have found to be true. And for you, it's funny, I wish I could say I could see it without these, and I thought I knew it well enough. The King of Cups. The possible blessings or obstacles. Now listen, the King of Cups is the element of water, and that would represent a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, possibly somebody in your life, but predominantly an emotional, giving, sentimental, creative, sensitive, very intuitive, kind persons. Perhaps somebody you already know, someone in your family, someone you're in love with. Somebody of this nature or those kind of, personality traits is going to be instrumental with you in this month. Perhaps you already know who that is, but that is what, when it comes to the cups, there's such love and compassion that comes through, that I love seeing that. I find that to be a blessing. I don't see in any way that's an obstacle, unless somebody you know who's a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces is bothersome to you in some way. I mean, I can't say, I don't know. However, I did say the full moon will be in Scorpio. So there's another element right there that's showing the positive part of how that'll affect us as Libras in our second house of finances, other people's money. Yes, thank you. So let's look at that as a positive, a blessing. And so moving on, the next category is going to be under the category of love. And by the way, that King of Cups represents love too. So you may have a double dose of love. And I'm not actually surprised to hear that either, because the other aspect this month is we have Venus, which has been in Gemini, which is our sister air sign, which is a very compatible energy. It's going retrograde. And Venus represents love, money, and beauty, things that we love and we hold dear to us and we aesthetically love, our surroundings. And with Venus going to retrograde, it just reminds us and brings more of an emphasis in those areas. So love is definitely in the picture. You may become extremely close to somebody. The one thing they say about when Venus is in retrograde is definitely not to necessarily change your looks dramatically. Because a lot of people are at home doing their own thing. If you want to cut your hair, you might want to wait till it goes forward next month. Just saying, just as a precaution. Be your own judge of that. Just a forewarned, forearmed, forearmed, forewarned. So let's see what it has to say about love. Well, I'll be darned. You have the King of Pentacles. Well, as far as I'm concerned, somebody or most of you or maybe one of you has a person who's an earth sign that you're kind of smitten with. The king is the king is mature and completely satisfied and incredibly comfortable and has worked there to get there and very generous. It is an earth sign. It can be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. You may know somebody or even on the cusp. It doesn't have to be a king, it could be a queen. This is not gender specific. But I will say that that is very, very literal for right now, having the sun in Taurus. And of course, we've had the Capricorn Pluto, which is also going retrograde this month. We've had Capricorn Sun for a long time, and then of course it changed. But Jupiter is in Capricorn, another Earth, quality, also going retrograde. That would affect our 4th house. That's about love. There's something brewing in the love department for you. And quite frankly, this person would be extremely good for Libra because they're keepers. They are very grounded. They love to, they're practical, reliable. They're not going anywhere. They're for the long run. And that makes me happy. So you have at least 1 or 2 admirers. If not, you've got the fire, the water, and the earth as far as men are concerned. Okay, Libra, you do your thing. And they could also be really close friends or people you work with that have a great connection with you. So I see a lot of positivity, and I'm not surprised. You're incredibly capable of harmonizing with pretty much anybody. And that is what you love to do. You love that partnership, connection. That's why I do this channel. I mean, I love Tarot. I've been doing it for years. But I'm only now just branching off and thinking I would love this to be the last thing I do. And the last category is in the category of finances, because that is so important right now. And I want to just put this out to you, Libras. Do not lose faith, okay? Because there's been a couple of days that I practiced my spirituality and my trust in higher power and things beyond my small brain can comprehend daily. And I still got that, things aren't happening as quickly as I thought they would. I kind of just believed, and I still believe. But as I said, we definitely have to put into the action. We have to make the calls. God knows I have the time to do it. Thankfully, that's a blessing in itself. And it does take time. So please keep that faith, and I will hold that for you as well. And so the financial card is 2 of Wands. Okay, so we have 2 fire now. Surprised I didn't see a sword there. But the 2 of Wands is really kind of wonderful, because you see a man, and the wands are the action. They're the fire. They're the instigators, the motivators, the making it happen, putting plans out and achieving them. And this is the 2 wands, once again, about partnerships, perhaps romantically or otherwise. But your vision is clear. This is the month to do all the last minute detail, new work, new entrepreneurial idea. Regardless of the retrogrades, you don't want to go full tilt, but you want to get all your ducks in a row, as it were. And I just see a beautiful horizon ahead of you, as the card depicts. And it's a good thing to see for finances, because we question it, but we just have to believe, and there's things in the making and already moving and have been. So don't give up on that ever. That'll definitely help bring it in for you when you believe it's so. I really like that for this month. Now, if it doesn't resonate right away, it might in the middle or the end. So, you could always come back later on in the month and say, oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to have to comment on that for her. MaryAnne. Now we're going to do 2 more cards. If you want to stick around, I have your Super Attractor Manifestation card, which brings in that beautiful energy and alignment we need to create the lives we want. It starts with the thought, but the feeling is what literally brings it into tangible physical form. And I practice this every day right along with you. So let's see what the special, special oracle blessing is for you this month, Libra. When I surrender my will to the care of Spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. Isn't that great? Isn't that a beautiful... See, it makes me feel good, and those are the things that are going to bringing good stuff, is keeping ourselves feeling good on any level, in small ways, whatever they may be. Well, I want that for you very, very much, Libra. And last but not least, let's do the Doreen Virtue Angel guidance card. I pull one of these every day, and once again, just like a little cherry on the sundae, as a little last message in closing. And what the angels who are always there and present with us, asking for our, our concerns, our prayers, they're there to help guide us. Watch for the signs. Okay. Well, you literally got the guardian angel. So it appears that you really have been and want to get answers, and just to get some kind of sign, some kind of upliftment, and something that's going to keep you going and outside of yourself, which is the most important way to do that. You've got angels watching. They want to be of service. Listen in the silence. That's when I feel that I get the messages the clearest, or in a shower, or on a walk. When you have a moment, if you have family and things around you that might distract you, please take that time and ask the angels, whatever it is you want, but know that they in turn want to give you any kind of guidance they can. Oh my gosh, Libra. I just wish you an incredible month. I do uploads during the week for the dailies energies, because everything is kind of ever so fleeting, and then some not, but it's something I love doing every day in the meantime while I am not able to work as a massage therapist. So I greatly appreciate you. If you like this at all, please do subscribe and like. It'll help my channel. It helps to support me, but more importantly, I want you to be extremely healthy, mind, body, and soul. So until next time, bye for now.